What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about the Blackcell Season 3 content drop, an exclusive camo event that's bound to piss people off, some brand new challenges, and even more. Definitely stay tuned. As a reminder, folks, Control Freak just announced the brand new limited edition Juggernaut Collector's Can. Inside, you got some redesigned Juggernaut thumbsticks. It's a redo of the original ones they did over a decade ago, and there's also an in-game weapon charm. You can save 10% off any order site-wide, including for this brand new can, when you use code DYNAMITE, and you'll find this down below in this video's description. Now, at the moment, there doesn't seem to be a free method in which folks are going to be able to get their hands on Blackcell this time around. There was this mini game where you can text Call of Duty last season and decipher some Morse code and get a chance to earn a free Blackcell for that season, but if something like that does pop up, I'll be sure to follow up with a comment down below and, of course, in a separate short. Now, when it comes to dedicated cosmetic marketing for the new Battle Pass, store offerings, even Blackcell, we should be seeing that 2 days before the start of Season 3, if the original schedule is to be followed, where typically a good 4 to 8 hours before the new season begins, they end up dropping a dedicated blog just talking about all of the upcoming cosmetics. Now, Black Ops 6 did change things up a little bit with Season 3 of that game cycle, and I think even last season was a bit weird, where you might end up seeing a cosmetic blog like the day of launch of a new season. In that case, it's a bit redundant since the content's already out in game, so folks aren't going to be reading up about any of that in a blog. So we'll see if they do change things up a little bit this time around, but usually it's 48 hours before a new season starts when you end up getting, let's say, a dedicated Blackcell roadmap, which I'm also going to change today's thumbnail to once that does get released, because right now we just have a concept one. Now, also to remind you, I did post a separate video going over the regular Battle Pass if you want to check that out. Tonight's video is all about Blackcell, but of course, I'll make some follow-up content once the pass actually releases. So jumping into our instant unlocks with Blackcell Season 3, you're going to be getting the Valkyrie Blackcell Operator skin that may or may not have some voice lines, plus 2 alternative outfits for Valkyrie, which we'll circle back to in a second because there's skin challenges tied to that character now, something brand new that they're introducing here in Season 3. You're also going to get the Uric Mastercraft blueprint for the Razor, which also comes with 2 variant skins for that Mastercraft, which, like I said, we're going to circle back to how the challenges work in just a second. You'll also get 1100 COD points off rip, the Say Hello finishing move, the Drone Caller emote, another HUD theme, the third one now as a part of Blackcell. It'll be different from the current ones we have right now, and you'll also get access to the Blackcell clan tag again, as well as a 10% XP boost. Now, also remember, you're going to be getting a Blackcell variant of the brand new Javelin Operator. It's going to be a skin called Grasp. Again, a Blackcell variant of the instant unlock Javelin skin, which you're going to be getting with the regular Battle Pass. Don't forget, Blackcell does cost $30 real in case you're interested. Like I always say, if you're somebody that loves cosmetics and does like what they see with the Operator skins, the blueprints, and the other content, then sure, if you're going to put the COD points to use for upcoming bundles or anything else, then pick up Blackcell. But if you're somebody that doesn't really care about Battle Passes or what Blackcell has to offer, then of course it's better to save that $30 for some groceries. Now, throughout the Blackcell Pass, you're going to be earning 7 different Blackcell exclusive Operator skins, one of which is the one I just mentioned for Javelin, the new character. You're also going to get a Tier 100 Blackcell variant for the Javelin character as well. It's going to be called the Riven skin, and you're also going to be seeing Operator outfits for Ted, Lin, Dempsey, Richtofen, and even Karma. Now, we have very limited previews of some of these skins, but I'll put some images on screen that have already been provided. Obviously, in the upcoming cosmetic blog, which should come out by Tuesday, we'll likely get additional previews of all of these outfits, and we'll be going over that on stream, of course. But when it comes to the weapon blueprints we're going to be getting, of course, on the first page, you're going to be seeing a blueprint for the M34 Nova line. That's the marksman rifle. And throughout the rest of the pages, you'll be seeing blueprints for the Hawker, the MK78, the Raiden 45K, one for the MK35 ISR, that's our brand new assault rifle, one for the X9 Maverick, and a brand new Blackcell blueprint for the VST submachine gun, also a new ranged weapon that's coming out at launch. Now, usually throughout the regular Battle Pass, you end up seeing 1 reactive blueprint and then 1 Mastercraft, and then that's, of course, separate from the Blackcell Mastercraft you also get. It's totally possible that they still end up doing at least 1 reactive blueprint in the regular pass, maybe 1 Mastercraft if they're lucky, since that is something they introduced within Black Ops 6. But if that's not the case, then if you're somebody that does purchase Blackcell, you are now getting more bang for your buck, as you're going to be seeing skin challenges for not just the Operator of Valkyrie. We're not sure what those challenges are just yet. I'll, of course, course, cover them day one once they get revealed. Maybe they tease them in the upcoming cosmetic blog, but I kind of doubt it. They might save that for when we boot up in-game to see exactly what we have to do. Maybe they're similar to the Reznov challenges from the pre-order bonus of Black Ops 7, where you gotta equip a certain character, in this case Valkyrie, and then get X amount of kills in a certain mode, and then do that again to get the other skin. That could be how these skin challenges work, but you're also gonna be getting 2 variant Mastercraft blueprints for that Razor Mastercraft that I mentioned just a few minutes ago. So something we saw throughout Modern Warfare 3 and then Black Ops 6 was if we had, let's say, a regular challenge event that provided you with objectives or, I don't know, an XP milestone, maybe it was a collection event, sometimes the mastery unlock would have, let's say, one type of blueprint or one camo, but there would also be a Blackcell variant of that reward if you own Blackcell that season. This is taking it a step further where they're like, hey, here's some variant outfits for an operator, or in this case, a Mastercraft, and we'll give that to you if you do a challenge while using that content. But like I said, it'll be exclusive to Season 3, and you have to own Blackcell this season to gain access to those challenges. But that's not all, folks. I don't think anybody's going to be too upset about the extra skin or Mastercraft challenges that come with Blackcell this season. What folks are probably going to crash out about is the fact that Escalation Directive, a very popular, if not one of the most popular event formats in years, has now been put behind Blackcell. Something of that nature, at least, has been put behind Blackcell. So if you guys remember, with the controversy of the Mars leaderboard event in Season 2, Treyarch confirmed that more camo events like Escalation Directive were being planned for the future. And obviously, Call of Duty's been doing a lot of PR lately by confirming that leaderboard events probably aren't going to be the norm anymore, as they have for most of Black Ops 7's life cycle. You'll probably still see them for like the ranked series events going forward at the end of each season, but other than that, new event formats are going to be introduced. However, it's unclear if Escalation Directive-like events are still going to be done for free. What they've done here with Blackcell Season 3 is say, hey, here's a couple of camos you can earn only if you purchase the $30 Blackcell Battle Pass. Now, we did get a first look at Opulence, a Blackcell animated mastery camo, which I think is a much better version of the oil spill serpentine camo that we saw back in DMZ. As they've confirmed thus far, though, there's going to be camo challenges for individual weapon classes, and if you do all of them, there'll be a mastery unlock. In this case, it's Opulence, but they confirm Gold Weave as a camo reward for doing assault rifle challenges. They mentioned Zen for doing SMG challenges. We have Facility for doing snipers, Amber Matrix for pistols, as well as Silvered Skull for special weapons. And those are the only weapon classes they mentioned thus far, 5 total. And if you do all of them, you'll get the mastery unlock, which is Opulence. Again, very similar structure to what we saw with Escalation Directive, but it seems like these challenges can be done in any game mode of your choice. It's considered a general camo challenge event, not one tied to a certain game mode. And although it's a few less camos from what we saw in the original Escalation Directive event, it's still the same format, something that we also saw all the way back in Modern Warfare 2. And I want to say right now there's a chance that that event format doesn't come back for free, at least not in Season 3 or the first half of the season, but at the very least is going to be behind Blackcell this time around. Now, in a perfect world, there wouldn't be a $30 camo event. I mean, this is something that I'm sure a lot of folks are going to be upset about once it's actually in-game in their faces, because right now it's just in the blog post. A lot of folks probably haven't read this or haven't watched videos talking about this, but I do believe it'll be pretty controversial in the next few days, and whether or not this is successful and a good move for the COD series will probably be determined in the next 2 weeks-ish, if that boosts Blackcell sales, and then that'll determine if this does come back in future seasons as well. The way I see it, if they do something like this, but then also offer a free version of this event later on in the season, I guess that kind of evens out. And obviously there are a lot of ways in which you can earn camos in Black Ops 7, whether it's mastery, whether it's, Easter egg related. There's so many different systems, like Weapon Prestige, for example, that allow you to get some beautiful animated camos. So at least that is there and that exists, so that if you are pissed off or don't buy Blackcell, there's other means in which you can still get a bunch of other great camos that might look even better. Like I said though, expect a separate video in the next few days going over what the challenges are and whether or not I recommend even buying Blackcell this season based on what all the rewards look like. We'll be going over that a little bit later, but as a reminder, there's also a permanent XP stack boost, which will only persist for the rest of Black Ops 7 cycle. Once MW4 comes out, that XP boost is probably going to go away. But there'll now be a 20% XP boost across the board if you own Blackcell Seasons 1, 2, and 3. So there's that. And they'll also be bringing back the Blackcell daily challenges in case you guys want some extra XP boosts every single day. But that's going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. This has been dkdynamite. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on all the Blackcell Season 3 content they've revealed thus far? there, how are you feeling about a $30 camo event, the first of its kind, which I believe is bound to be fairly controversial? I mean, maybe people don't really get too mad about it because there's so many other ways Black Ops 7 offers you camo rewards already. Not too sure how that's going to go down, but leave all your thoughts down below. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.